It's me again. Welcome back. I am here. It's 2020. Let's see if I can stick to this channel and I can upload videos. This time I'm going to be doing a little story time. I want to tell you guys a story about protecting your energy now in 2020, about protecting your children. And to be honest, I feel like I'm ready to actually talk about this and tell you guys something that happened to me very young. And I chose to tell you guys because I feel like this might help some parents and this might help someone that's going through this. This is not easy for me to talk about it. I never really spoke about it. I spoke about it to my mom and to some people, but nobody really knows how it feels until it goes to them. And it's okay, because I don't want to share my pain with people that doesn't have to go through this or that haven't gone through this. I don't want people to have the same pain as I did. So that's why I chose to make this video, so that I can help someone. When I was little, my parents came to the United States. I guess they came in a banana boat. That's why they call it a banana boat, but it's really like a boat where kind of like coyotes. They just bring people over. Like, you pay them X amount of money and they bring you over. Sorry, I'm scratching my back. They bring people over, and talking about this, it makes my whole body itchy because it kind of makes things uncomfortable. But I want to talk about it because I want to help somebody. I want somebody to not have their child go through it. I be seeing a lot in the news, a lot, this person raped, this adult raped this child, this adult did this to this child. And it comes down to, the mom probably was desperate and needed someone to take care of their kid and wanted to go somewhere, and they didn't have nobody, so they left the child with their boyfriend. So as you can see by the title, I'm gonna tell you how I was abused and what led up to it, and how it happened. I was 3 years old. Right now I have a son that's 3 years old, and he's small, and he's in the 99th percentile for his age. So that means he's really tall for 3, and I'm short. I'm 5'3". So my mom said when I was born I was 4 pounds. So I was really little for my age. So when I was 3, I was maybe the size that my son was when he was 1.5, and he wasn't that big to me because he's my son. Of course, I see him as a little person, but he was little, and he wasn't big. So now I'm remembering, I was 3. So this is what happened when I was little. I was my mom and my dad, they left. I was living in the Dominican Republic. I'm originally from the Dominican Republic. I was living in the Dominican Republic. My mom and my dad left. I guess they came to the United States to have a better life for everyone, for me and for my brother, and I had an older sister at the time as well. So they left and they came to I guess the Virgin Islands or St. Martin. I don't know. They couldn't take me with them, so they left when I was maybe 1. I don't really remember much, but they left when I was about 1 year old. So they left me. They went to go, get a better life in the United States or wherever it is. They went to, I guess, the Virgin Islands or St. Martin, one of those places, and they went to go get a better life. And I was living with my grandmother, and I remember it was a lot of us. It was a couple of us kids, and it was 2 separate houses. I was 3. I don't remember everything clearly, but I do remember my abuse, and I do remember my abuser. That I remember. I was living with my grandmother. I remember they weren't teaching us, she wasn't teaching proper body parts, language. She wasn't taking time to teach us that. And I feel like if you're a mother, teach your children the proper body part. Penis is a penis, and a vagina, and of a vulva is a vulva. Those correct terms, you need to teach it to your children. They didn't teach me body parts, so I didn't know at 3. I didn't know. My son knows more than I know at 3. I don't remember knowing proper body parts, but I remember this guy. He was a neighbor. I guess my grandmother used to sell food for him or something like that. But she used to send him food, or she used to send food to the person next door to him or something like that. So it was 2 different yards. And I remember she always used to send me, and I had another cousin. That cousin is dead now, but she used to send us both to go to his house to take the food to him. And I remember, like, I used to take the food. This is like when my memory served me right. I used to take the food to him, and he used to drink. And he used to be one of those person that used to drive one of those carts. In the Dominican Republic, sometimes people sell like old stuff, and he used to drive around selling colchón viejo. That means like old mattresses and stuff like that. So he was selling those things, and that's who the person was. I don't know his real name, but his nickname was Sangandim. So I remember like going to the house, going to there to drop off the food, and then he would like put me inside. He used to live in like a studio, like an efficiency, something like really really small. That was just a bed, fridge, and whatever it is he had there. That was it. That was his little place. And I remember going there, and I remember him like, I remember him like grabbing me, like not forcefully, but just grabbing me and like taking me and like sitting me in his lap and start like touching my private area. Like I don't want to get like banned from YouTube for saying the word, but he was touching my private area. And like I didn't know. I like me putting myself there right now. I was confused. I was very confused. I didn't know what was going on. I just know that my grandmother used to send me there to take the food, and I was gonna take the food and go, but he stopped me from doing that. So I just didn't go and do it, you know. Like I just didn't like. And I'll tell her. I told her like Sangandim me mordió la oreja, because I only knew Spanish. And that means like this person bit my ear. And I remember that phrase clearly, because I used to say it a lot. I used to tell her a lot, like I don't want to go there because he bit my ear. But he wasn't really biting my ear, he was doing other things to me. But that's how I used to call the body part that he used to be, you know, touching, licking, and doing all type of things to, because that's the name I knew, you know. That's what I thought it was called. So I remember just like, you know, going, my grandmother kept going there. One thing about children when they're sexually assaulted or abused, they don't really know. Like one of the signs you can do is like you can see like bedwetting. I used to wet the bed a lot, and that haunted me for like years, like until I was like, anytime I used to go to a new place or anytime that, you know, I had a change, I used to bedwet, because I was always scared. Like I was always scared that he'll come and do that to me. And you know, it never felt right with my spirit. I know I'm going all over the place. I'm like, because to be honest, I don't really know much how to describe it, but I just know that you should like listen to your children. And if your kid doesn't want to go somewhere, don't send them. Don't make them hug other people. Don't make them take things to other people. If you see them, they're like uneasy with them, just let them, like, just keep them away from that person, because they probably not telling you something, and the only protection that your kid have is you. I didn't have my mom there, and I didn't have my father, and my grandmother, I guess she didn't know what to do. I don't know, like she wasn't helping me, you know. Another thing is that anyways, back to the story. Like I will go there, and then he'll do those things to me. Like he'll lay me down in the bed, put rum in my thing, and you know, lick it off. It's very disgusting now that I think about it. It's like gross. Anyways, he used to do that like a lot, and it kept going for like years. But one day I had this other guy, because you know, there's always people like coming in and out. Like in a Dominican family, you have friends that they're supposedly your uncle, but I don't know if this guy was my uncle or not. But I remember that they had a dispute, them two, and it was like at 10 at night. And where I used to live, at 10 at night, 11 at night, the street used to be dry. There was nobody in the streets, no cars passing, nothing. Everybody was locked inside their house. And I don't think it was like a bad area, it was a dangerous area or nothing. But I remember going outside, because they had like called a galeria, but it's like a balcony but with bars and stuff like that. And I remember going outside to the balcony and standing in the railings, and I remember seeing that the guy that called my uncle, his name was Domingo, shot him dead. I just felt so much relief when he died. I felt like part of me was free. Like I felt like I kind of had like an out of body experience right there. I think I was like 3 or 4 years old then when that happened, and I was so happy and so relieved. I felt like, you know, it's sad for a child to feel happy that a person died, but I felt very happy. I felt like that was it. Like I knew about that, and I knew that once a person died, that's it, you know. You never see them again, and I was just happy that I was never gonna see him again, that I was never gonna go through it again. And that helped me heal a lot. Like that's helped me heal, not completely, but it helped me heal a lot, because he wasn't there to hurt me anymore, you know. I will still have nightmares and stuff like that, but even in those dreams I'll tell myself, he's gone. They can't hurt you anymore. That's it, you know. Anyways, guys, that's basically the story. I don't want to go more in depth because it's really messing with my emotions right now, so I don't want to be crying on camera. That's like stupid. But I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know my story. I wanted to kind of like have it in video. I don't know if I'll post this. I probably will, because you know, it's been a long time. I'm 32 years old now, and I have a son, and I'm so overprotective of him. Like, he doesn't have to hug anybody he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to shake anybody's hand if he doesn't want to. I don't leave him with anyone. I don't leave him anywhere. My son is my life. Like, that's it. Like, I don't want him to go through that sexual abuse that I went through. Also, another signs that you have to look through for your child not to get molested is, first of all, don't leave them with people you don't know completely. And you really never get to completely know a person. Even if you think, oh, he's cool, he's been playing with them. Usually people that molest children and rape children are very close to the family, because I guess they ruin the family to think that they're good, that they're safe, but they're not really good and safe. They're bad. They're evil. So don't trust people with your children. Don't trust anyone. And right now, shit, there's I don't in my family, like, there's not much guys, but even the guys that are there, the girl, like, I do trust them a lot, but I just don't leave my son there. Because yes, I trust them not to do anything, but what if their neighbors come over? What if their friends come over, you know, and they're not paying attention? Because you're not really paying attention unless it happens to you. And I feel like my mom kind of failed me in that way, because she never really like dug deeper into it. You know, he died, you know, it's whatever. But how about getting me to a therapist? Therapy works. You need to take your child to a therapist. I went and I got therapy when I was about 19, 20 years old. That was a long time after my abuse, and I feel like that helped me a lot to cope with other issues that I was having.